This video tutorial is going to walk through how to create an anonymous survey within SubItUp. Anonymous surveys are built so that others that are not in your SubItUp account will be able to submit a response to the survey. Or if you want your SubItUp users to submit a response, but you want it to be anonymous, you don't want their names to be attached to it. First, we're going to go to the left-hand side and click on Communicate and hover over Surveys and then hit Create Survey Template. It'll bring you to this customizable survey page here. And the first things that we're going to want to do is make sure that this survey is active. And if it is active, this means that it is able to be submitted a response to as long as it is published. So active and published means that responses can be submitted. You're going to want to check the anonymous box here to make sure that those that are not within SubItUp will be able to submit a response here. If you are looking for the video about staff submitting a SubItUp survey response within their own message center, so doing this through SubItUp with their names attached, you're going to want to check out the video titled How to Create a Survey for SubItUp Staff. This video is going to focus on the anonymous side of a survey. And for publishing here, we're going to wait and do that at the end. So you don't need to do anything with that now. But first things first, you'll need to create a name for this survey. So I'm going to select participant feedback. The next option is the recipients tab here. You will need to select at least one position grouping or at least one staff member here for this to go through. But once you select it, it shouldn't really matter because eventually you're going to be giving out this link down below. And that's what's going to allow people to enter the survey. You'll also need to put in a redirect page. So once they have submitted this survey, where does this redirect to? Maybe it's to your organization's homepage. Maybe it's to Google. I'm just going to make it Google here. Okay, and then you can also add in a success message. So after they've submitted a survey, what do you want the message to be on the screen? I'm just going to say, congrats. You have submitted the survey. Okay. And this is the share path and the URL that you will use to actually have people submit this survey. Now, here is the template that you can start creating as far as creating the actual survey and what it looks like. So there's a lot of different options here on the right, and you'll basically just drag one of these over. And each one of these options here has three things at the top when you hover over them. The first is going to be copy. So if you want to just copy this same exact thing or just copy and then make some changes, you can. You can choose that option there. And then the edit tab here is going to allow you to customize and say whatever you want. So I'm going to say survey. And then the X button here actually will delete this from the survey. So you don't want to do that. You just want to hit close and your options here will be saved. Again, the X tab is just going to completely delete that from your survey. So I do want the header and I want it to say survey. Next, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of different options here. You can choose a date field and allow them to actually submit a date. For almost all of these, you can choose for it to be required or not. If you want it to be required, they will have to submit this. If you want to add any help text here, you can as well. If you wanted people to be able to, for instance, select a multiple choice group, you can choose a radio group. You want to go to the pencil tab here. Choose whether it's required, and then the name of the question will be here. So how would you rate the program? And then any help text here. So maybe it's please select one. And they'll be able to choose here. Option 1, great. Option 2, okay. Option 3, poor. If you wanted to add in another option, you can do that right here. Very good. And you'd be able to, choose whatever these options are. And then after that, you can hit close, and you will see these options here. The help text is going to be in the form of a question mark, so they can hover over it and choose that text. If you wanted to submit maybe a paragraph, you wanted to customize actual text for them. So we're going to say here, write your comments below. And this is, again, just going to be text for the participants to read, and you can choose a text field for them. So this is going to be a text field, and if you wanted to make this required, you can, and then you can have a max character length too. So they have a max length of 250. If these get out of order, you are always able to just drag and drop, and you'll be able to customize what order these show up in. If you wanted them to put in a number, maybe it's a number between 1 and 10, they can be able to do that, and you can actually customize here, first of all, the label. So please rate on a scale of 1 to 10. And you can choose the minimum number is going to be 1 and the max number is going to be 10. So they can't go outside of those bounds. And let's make that required too. I would highly recommend just kind of seeing what these different options here in the right do and how they could potentially help you. You're going to be able to have, if you want them to select a department or a specific employee, you can have them select that as well, as far as what their options are. So there's a lot of different options here on the right that you're going to be able to customize and make the survey what you want it to be. After you say, okay, this is close to what I want to see what it looks like from their side, you can select the preview button on the right, and you're going to be able to see exactly what it's going to look like for them. So you can go here and you can make sure this matches up to what you were anticipating it being. If everything looks good as far as the preview and you're ready to hit publish, you're going to want to make sure that this is the publish button here is selected. You can still create this survey even if it's not published and then come back and publish it at a later time. But for now, if you are ready to hit the publish button, you're going to want to go ahead and hit the save button on the right-hand side, and it's going to give you a confirmation message, just letting you know once this is published, you cannot change what this survey says. And we're going to say yes. And this survey has been created successfully. So now what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to take this path here, and you're going to be able to copy it and share it wherever you need to. So if you want to share it to staff, you're going to be able to send it out to them in whatever form you would like, or you can send it to others as well, and they will be able to submit their responses. This is what it's going to look like on their end, and they will be able to submit an answer here. And because it's anonymous, they will need to retype in characters from this picture to make sure that they are an actual person. If you'd like to manage the survey, again, you can go over to View Survey Templates, and you'll be able to see a list of all your different surveys that you've created here, whether they are published or not, and all the different responses. But from here, this will be covered in another video titled How to Manage Your Created Surveys. As always, if you need any further assistance, please feel free to reach out to our support team. That is via email, support@subitup.com, or you can reach us by phone at 617-401-8733. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much.